Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel Geographia with Rashid Farid. Today we will discuss about urban systems in India. We will discuss about some definitions. As you know, urban areas have been recognized as engines of inclusive economic growth. Of around 130 crores Indians, around 85 crores lives in rural areas while around 40 crores stay in urban areas. Means approximately 33%, one third of the population is living in urban systems. Now we will discuss what is defined as urban in India. Census defines all the places which have municipality, corporations, cantonment board or notified town area committee, and all the other places which satisfy following criteria: a minimum population of 5,000 persons, at least 75% of the male mean working population engaged in non-agricultural pursuits or non-primary activities, and a density of population of at least 400 persons per square kilometer. So these are the basis: population and economic occupation and a density of population. That is the basis of classification of any settlement in urban area in India according to the census. Now we will see that what statutory towns is in India. All municipal areas and other urban areas declared as such by the government are statutory towns. They have their own administrative structure and in most cases levy taxes. Administrative structure and taxes. Now we will see what census towns are. Census towns are areas outside the statutory towns that have distinct urban characteristics like population density, that is above 400 persons per square kilometer, minimum population size of 5,000, and more than 75% of male workers engaged in non-agricultural or non-primary activities. These were identified on the basis of Census 2001 data. Census 2001 data. Cities are urban areas with more than 1 lakh population. Urban areas below 1 lakh are called towns in India. Above 1 lakh are called as cities, though they both are urban systems. Census of India defines urban agglomeration. An urban agglomeration is a continuous urban spread constituting a town and its adjoining outskirts or two or more physically contiguous area towns together with or without outgrowths of such towns. An urban agglomeration must consist of at least statutory towns and its total population should not be less than 20,000 as per the 2001 census. In varying local conditions, there were similar other agglomerations which have been treated as urban agglomerations, satisfying the basic conditions of contiguity. We can take examples of urban agglomeration of Greater Mumbai and urban agglomeration of Delhi. We can see here that this is a statutory town. These are the outgrowth of these statutory town. These coalesces into this town and it makes an urban agglomeration. One way of construction of establishment of agglomeration is this. Second way is there are two statutory towns or established towns adjoining each other. Urban expansion takes place and these become one. Now this is an urban agglomeration. It can be more than two. Third town also. It will make a continuous urban agglomeration. Now we will see what urban outgrowth is. An urban outgrowth is a viable unit such as a village. It should be viable unit. Viable is a keyword. So, an urban outgrowth is a viable unit such as a village or a hamlet or an enumeration block made up of such villages or hamlets and clearly identifiable in terms of its boundaries and locations. Some of the examples are railway colony, university campus, port area, military camps, etc., which have come up near a statutory town outside the statutory limits, but within the revenue limits of a village or villages contiguous to the town. In due course of time, these urban outgrowths like university town, like we see in Aligarh also, get assimilated into the main town and be the part of the main town. Our railway colony, like local colonies, or other urban outgrowths, in due course of time, coalesce into the main town and makes a town bigger. Now we will see the what standard urban area that is called SUA is. A new concept that had been developed for the 1971 census for the tabulation of certain urban data was the standard urban area. The essential of a standard urban area are it should have a core town of minimum population of 50,000. More than 50,000 of population. The contiguous area made up of other urban as well as rural administrative units should have close mutual socio-economic links with the core town. Mean like Aligarh is a town, a nearby village or small towns have a clear socio-economic link with the Aligarh. The third is the probabilities are that this entire area will get fully urbanized in a period of 2 or 3 decades. Like periphery of the town, peri-urban areas have the possibility of converging into urban systems in due course of time. There's a clear, distinct possibility. The idea is that it should be possible to provide comparable data for a definite area of urbanization continuously for 3 decades, which would give a meaningful picture. This replaced the concept of town growth that was in vogue at the 1961 census. The town group was replaced by this standard urban area terminology. In India, more than 4,000 statutory towns exist. Around 4,000 census towns exist. Around 500 urban agglomerations are there. Around 1,000 outgrowths are there. At the central level, nodal agencies which look after program and policies for urban development are Ministry of Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation and Ministry of Urban Development. Ministry of Urban Development. At the state level, there are respective ministries, but according to the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act 1992, it is mandatory for every state to form ULBs and devolve power to means urban local bodies. ULB means ULB is urban local body. Urban local body was under the Panchayati Raj Amendment, so that the power and development should have a diffuse nature to reach the lowest rung of settlement units to the village, that is. But this is not uniform throughout all the states, and still more is needed to be done to empower ULBs in India. ULBs are not firmly established, it is in progress. Hope in the future we will see well-developed ULBs, well-functioning ULBs in India. Now, a little more about metropolis, the concept of metropolis. The Constitution Act 1992 defines a metropolitan area in India as an area having a population of 1 lakh or more, comprising one or more districts and consisting of two or more municipalities or panchayats or other contiguous areas specified by the governor by public notification to be a metropolitan area, a city, or having its adjoining units like a district having more than 1 lakh population is called a metropolitan city or metropolis area in India. There are many metropolitan areas in India. Actually, South Asia is new urban development area. Now we will look at the concept of mega city. In India, a mega city is usually defined as a metropolitan area with a total population in excess of 10 million people. A mega city can be single metropolitan area or two or more metropolitan areas that converge. The terms conurbation, metropolis, and metroplex are also applied to the later. Here, the keyword is a megacity can be single metropolitan area or two or more metropolitan areas that converge. Two or more metropolitan area, if converge, and government consider them as a viable continuous urban unit, that will be called a megacity. Now, we have to look an old concept of a megalopolis. A megalopolis, also sometimes called a mega region, megapolis, or supercity, is typically defined as a chain of roughly adjacent metropolitan areas, which may be somewhat separated or may merge into a continuous urban region. Roughly adjacent, it can be adjacent and can be at a fair distance too. And if government or local bodies, urban local bodies, consider them into a continuous urban region, that will be called a megalopolis. The term megalopolis was used by Patrick Curtis in his 1915 book Cities in Evolution. Oswald Spengler in his 1918 book The Decline of the West and Lewis Mumford in his 1938 books The Culture of Cities also used this term. These books, The Culture of Cities, which described it as the first stage in urban overdevelopment and social decline. The urbanized northeastern seaboard of the United States to describe the chain of metropolitan area along the northeastern seaboard of the US and Baltimore and ending in Washington, D.C. and northern Virginia. The latter is sometimes called the posh megalopolis. The term has been interpreted as meaning super city. Means it is an urban field of mega nature. Many cities, many metropolises converging into one another. Now we will see what conurbations are. Conurbation in India. Conurbations refer to a specific kind of geographical region. Due to rapid increase in population and industrial and technological development, the city boundary expands and one urban center coalesces with another in a slow but continuous process of urbanization and regional development. A conurbation is a region comprising a number of cities, large towns, and other urban areas that, through population growth and physical expansion, have merged to form one continuous urban or industrially developed area. In most cases, a conurbation is a polycentric urbanized area. It is a polycentric urbanized area. The area has many centers, many CBDs, in which transportation has developed to link areas to create a single urban labor market, travel to work areas. This is because of the rapid growth of fast transportation in modern world. The term was coined in 1915 by Patrick Curtis in his book Cities in Evolution. The term conurbation was coined in 1915 by Patrick Geddes in his book Cities in Evolution. He drew attention to the ability of the new technology of electric power and motorized transport to allow cities to spread and agglomerate together. Now we will see the definition of urban field. The urban field is a form of urban habitat of relatively high density involving a good transportation system and a broad array of economic, social, and recreational opportunities, even though the sections of the urban field may still be in agricultural use. The area is nonetheless urbanized because anywhere within it a person is able to connect his or her home to telephones, radio, and television facilities, electricity, gas, water supply systems, and a network of freeway and temporary work.